de Barajas, Heidi Barajas.
And how many kids do you have?
I have 2 adult children and 1 10-year-old.
And why do you homeschool?
For the flexibility, the education aspects of it that he really needs, that he wasn't getting at public school.
And what is one thing that you've learned this last year in homeschooling?
Boys learn differently, a lot differently. And I've learned lots of patience. Didn't know I had it. And with all the courses that they offer, I've learned to be a better parent to the adult kids that I have that didn't get that option.
And what would you tell a new homeschool mom, or maybe moms that are thinking about homeschooling?
It seems overwhelming. I know that I felt overwhelmed when I first started, but it was a walk in the park, really. There's so much support that I received that really helped walk me step by step through the way. And he was learning the entire time, regardless of how stressed out I felt. In the grand scheme of things, I wasn't. I didn't realize that at first.
Okay, what's your name?
Zuriel.
Zuriel, and how many kids do you have?
I have 2. I have 1 in school now, though, a 5th grader.
Okay, and why do you homeschool?
I homeschool because I just couldn't find the resources and options that I needed at his public school. So we transitioned from private school to public school, and it didn't work for me. It didn't work for him. So I was desperate, and someone told me about homeschool. So I jumped in, not knowing how to swim, and I love it now. It's great.
And what's one thing that you've learned in the last year about homeschooling?
That my kid is far more amazing than what these teachers that have 30 kids in their class know. So, he's a different kid after 1 year of homeschool. He's a completely different kid.
And what's one thing that you would tell new homeschool moms or moms that maybe are thinking about homeschooling?
The resources are unlimited. The support, you guys, are unlimited. And just try it. Even if you're scared, try it. You have nothing to lose. It's your kid. Who better to teach your kid than you? So.
What's your name?
Jennifer.
Jennifer, how many kids do you have?
I have 4 kids.
And why do you homeschool?
I homeschool because we call my first and second batch. We had 2 kids that are now graduated that did public school, and it was always such a struggle to get them the one-on-one with teachers and just the help that they needed. They did well, but it was just that struggle. So this time around, we do like to travel. We have another home, so it gave us that flexibility, and our kids don't have to fit in that box, and they can learn on the way they learn versus fitting in that box is what I call it.
And what is one thing that you've learned last year from homeschooling?
Last year I found out there's actually so much help out there. You're not completely alone. There's a lot of moms, there's a lot of groups. Our ES teacher is amazing at helping me and guiding me and all the fun stuff that's there. So that, I think for me, that's what last year I learned because I'm new at this. So.
And what's one thing that you would tell all the new homeschool moms out there, or maybe moms that have thought about homeschooling but are scared?
Yeah, so I think that it's not as scary as you think it is. It's actually all the information is there for you. It's like step by step. It's actually easier than homework. It's so much easier than the homework that used to come home from my other kids. And actually the amount of time that we actually spend, we're ahead usually in the year. And I spent way more time in public school. So, and my kids just are getting it. It's got like fun programs that you get to choose for them. So.
What's your name?
Leanne.
Leanne, how many kids do you have?
I have 2.
Why do you homeschool?
They both have learning disabilities, and I have one son with autism spectrum disorder, so it's easier to homeschool them.
And what's one thing that you've learned this last year in homeschooling?
One thing I've learned is traditional textbook learning isn't the only learning. My son definitely learns non-traditional, hands-on, going to places, asking questions is the best way he learns. So teaching to the test does not work for him.
And what would you tell new homeschool moms or moms that are thinking about homeschooling?
You actually don't have to learn that much every year. They make you think there's so much of a level that you have to reach, and there isn't. So trying to make your kid fit to a standardized test, to standardized scores, doesn't exist.